And welcome back, everyone, to What If Naruto Was a Full Uzumaki with the Adamantine Chains, Part 10. Now, like I said, I think a while back, this is one of those Naruto What Ifs that's going to be a pretty long multi-parter. We're already on 10 episodes now, and I'm not even out of Part 1 yet, so it's going to be a little bit, which is fine. Sometimes it's good to have a long. I haven't had a real long one in quite some time. But last we left off, the Konoha Crush was attempted but thwarted, as Naruto was more than enough to take on Gaara. And Sasuke doesn't have the curse mark, and Orochimaru was unfortunately unable to overcome both Hiruzen and Kushina. This resulted in Orochimaru unfortunately having to flee, and Hiruzen being able to survive without having to use the Reaper Death Seal this time around. After the fact, it was made official that Kushina would become the fifth Hokage, and there was much rejoicing. Yay! But as I said, the Itachi Kisame scenario would still happen. This would include Itachi putting Kakashi into a coma. And like I said in that video, Kakashi, well, losing Kakashi isn't like the death of the village or anything like that at that point. He is one of the strongest ninja in the village. You lose one of the strongest ninja in the village, and you are in an already weakened state. You are hobbled. So losing Kakashi is a big problem. Furthermore, because they would be because Jiraiya and Naruto are heading out, but not in the same way they are in the original. I don't know if I foresee the Itachi Kasame attacking Naruto thing happening, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Everyone tries to awaken Kakashi who has some level of like medical ninjutsu capability, but they all fail, obviously. Eventually, though, Jiraiya goes to talk with Kushina. It's like, we need to wake up Kakashi, but how? It's like, there is someone who might be able to do it. And it's like, you're not thinking she's the only one I can think of who had the skill set to be able to do it. And this is how many leagues above normal medics Tsunade is, and like why she's the world's best medic at that point. Everyone else probably wouldn't be able to do it. Yet Tsunade just looks at him, puts her hand on his head, and just goes, "Wake up," and there you go. So that's pretty much all she had to do. And you have to assume other people tried to heal him as well and failed. Anyway, and Tsunade goes, Tsunade Sensei, huh? It's been a long time, but would she even want to come back to the village? I mean, she left for a reason. She left because because of Nawaki and Dan. But there's still, I still think there's a way we can bring her back. And we don't really have a choice. Even with all our skill, there's not much we can do to wake him up. Very all right. I'm gonna send you out to go find her. While we're doing that though, if you wouldn't mind, it's all right with you, I'd like to take Naruto along too. Oh, getting started on his training already. And Jiraiya's like, well, I gotta make up for lost time, right? Godfather and all that. And he gets a little bit more serious though. Besides, anything I can do to prep him against the Akatsuki is probably for the best. Into which Kushina kind of nods. Which reminds me, what about you, Kushina? After all, you hold one half of the Nine Tails inside you. And Kushina just puts her hands and kind of like does the whole like He's like, oh, don't worry about me, Jiraiya. I'll be just fine. It's like, you sure about that? Oh, worried about me? Worried about me now? It's like, I'll always worry about you too, no matter what. You were my student's family, and that pretty much makes you as close to family to me as possible. And Kushina does give a smile, like, thank you, Jiraiya, but I'll be fine. And so, obviously, Jiraiya's like, hey, kids, what? Pervy Sage? Oh, come on, can you stop calling me that? Will you ever stop being it? Never. Then, nope. And so, hey, look, I got a little mission to go on. We're gonna go wake up your sensei, but I need to have you close by. He's like, why? Come on, you really think we're just gonna be looking for a woman, looking for someone special? Let me rephrase that sentence completely. He's just like, come on, you think that's all we're doing? No, we're gonna be or you're also gonna be advancing your training as well. Really? All right, then cool. And so they go on their journey. And to be fair, at this point, maybe yes, Kasami and Itachi would still know Jiraiya and Naruto. Unfortunately, Itachi does point out, it's like, I don't know if I could beat him. What about you? It wouldn't go well for either of us. That's how strong Jiraiya was, that even Itachi, who was strong as hell, didn't think he could straight out beat Jiraiya in a fight. And if the kid really is an Uzumaki, then he might not be as strong as his mother, but he's gonna be problematic as well. It's true. Getting it or not, he's still the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails and an Uzumaki. We'll have to approach this from a different angle. And so obviously Jiraiya still doesn't train him immediately. Naruto goes and just meditates in his room. And like he actually is talking with the fox, or trying to talk. The fox is like, shh, go away. Oh, come on, look, we're stuck with each other. Might as well get to know each other. Like, do you have a real actual name, or are you just called the Nine Tails? I was like, that's none of your business, Brad. And Naruto's like, you do have a real name. I said, shut up. Just because I give you chakra doesn't mean I have to like you. Well, no, I guess that's true. But I mean, come on, kid. Come on, guy. And so, eventually, someone's at the door, to which I think Kurama, for all things considered, because he's normally like asleep in Naruto, if he's awake and active and like participating, he might actually be able to pinpoint the negative emotions and the chakra of an Uchiha. I mean, he flat out felt it when Sasuke looked into Naruto's mind during their attempt to get him back in Shippuden. So we know we can like sense chakra to some degree. And so when Naruto's like, "What? Who's that?" The fox actually goes, "Hold on." It's like, huh? That chakra, that sense. I don't like the sense of this brat. And so Naruto's like, He's like, what do you mean sense of it? And Naruto kind of tries to expand his senses as well. Now he doesn't have the Kagura's eye like Karin, I guess technically has that too. It's just nowhere near as strong. Is it Kagura or Kaguya's eye? Either way, doesn't have that sensory capability like his mom yet, but he does still have good senses for what it's worth. So I think he would ultimately still kind of like expand it to get the general gist of what's going on. It's like, whoa, and he's like, there's a huge chakra source right over there, and I don't like this. And so he just makes pops out of here and like gets out the window. I don't like that. Heads out. And it's like, hello? It's like, Naruto. Those eyes, holy crap. It's like, those eyes, wait a minute. Is this Sasuke's brother? You're Itachi, aren't you? I see. So you remember me after all? Yeah, I remember you. Because that's the thing, too. I didn't even bring this up. Naruto flat out should know Itachi at this point. Remember, Kushina and Mikoto, sorry. It was Mikoto Uchiha. Mikoto, we're friends. And Sasuke and Naruto have been friends forever. So it makes sense that he probably knows Itachi. And so when he sees his eyes, he realizes, Itachi? It's like, hello, Naruto. It's good to see you again after all these years. You've grown. It's like, yeah. But you got to introduce my name's Kasame, kid. You've got some brass on you, that's for certain. Yeah, well, all things considered, all things considered, it's not like I can do much in this position. Indeed. I'm going to have to ask you to come with me. Oh, and why's that? You don't need to know. You don't need to know that. And to be fair, Naruto probably doesn't know about the Akatsuki yet. Kushina knows, because she's the Hokage, talks with Jiraiya, all that. But Naruto, at this point, didn't know who the Akatsuki were, probably still wouldn't know who the Akatsuki were. He just knows who Itachi is. However, Itachi does probably, with his Sharingan, quickly figure out, what the hell is he? A shadow clone. A very good one indeed. It took me a moment to figure that out, Naruto. And to which, Naruto's like, where the hell is he? He's expanding his senses as best he can, but even he recognizes this is not good. And then finally he stumbles into an alley and makes a bunch of clones to spread out. I imagine Itachi and Kasame both kind of hit a couple clones before they find the real Naruto. To which Naruto's now in an alley, just like, that was very clever, Naruto. Your skill with the shadow clones is impressive. I wasn't aware I was talking to one until a few minutes in. But it's over. Now we're going to have to ask you to come with us. Damn it. And he gets his chakra chains out. I'm not, into which Naruto then closes his eyes. I'm not about to go quietly. Believe it. And keep in mind, when I say alley, I don't mean like something like narrow, I guess. I do mean like, maybe not something you'd pull your car through, but something a little thinner than that. Basically, wide enough that you can still have some room to move, and Kasame would still have some room to swing a sword. He's like, so these are the chakra chains of the Uzumaki, huh? Well, that's impressive. I've always wanted to see if Samahata would be interested in him, and Naruto keeps his eyes closed, but makes a clone just in case, just have his back. And it's like, go, and then swings his chains around. Itachi dodges pretty easily, and Kasame just hit the chains, grab Samahata, only for the chakra to be absorbed. Like, someone asked the question if Samahata wouldn't work on the Uzumaki chains because they're solid chains, but so are the tail beasts. They're solid living entities of chakra. There's no reason to believe that Samahata couldn't absorb the chakra chains of the Uzumaki as well. Mind you, though, it could have the same problematic effect that eating too much of Killer Beast chakra had, where Samahata ditches Kasame, but we're nowhere near there yet. And so, he's just well, I guess you Uzumaki aren't as tough as you think you are. And Naruto's like, he just like consumed the chains, but Naruto can just keep spamming the chains. And Naruto's he's making sure not to make eye contact with Itachi. I was like, we're not here. We're not going to kill you, Naruto, but unfortunately, I can't have you fighting either. He's about to do a hand sign until Sasuke shows up. Itachi! And Sasuke, no, this is not the right time. I did what you said. I lived my entire life to kill you. It's like, oh, this is your little brother, huh? And so Naruto finally is like, I'm gonna need a boost here. He accesses the Fox's chakra. Too late, kid. And just again swipes it through. He just consumed my chakra again. What the hell is that blade? This time though, he did put a seal on the blade. As he managed to slap a seal on there, and he looks excited. Kasame is like, yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, and he just tries to make the seal explode. So here's the thing about Samahata and seals. I imagine a seal would work, but the problem is you also do still put chakra usually into a seal to get it to work. So if he puts, say, an explosive tag which has chakra stored up in there, does Samahata just eat the chakra that's in there? Like, he'd have to... Sealing Samahata away, based on the way seals work in Naruto, is very difficult. You'd have to use so much chakra that Samahata couldn't absorb it all at the same time. Yeah, I don't know how, like explosive tags that keep seals. Well, explosive tags themselves, I imagine, wouldn't be this much of a problem per se, but they do still keep chakra in there, and chakra, it's tough. Like, we know as long as chakra is like kind of around, like aura or around the body, we know Samahata can eat it. But could say, if he just tapped Samahata against Naruto's stomach, could he just absorb the chakra from the Nine Tails through Naruto? I'd imagine more so it'd be eating Naruto's chakra there. I'll say this. I think I see like certain seals would be able to bypass Samahata's chakra absorption. For example, I fully believe something like placing a marker like with a flying Raijin. I don't think Samahata is able to absorb that. But it's different than just a seal. So Naruto puts at least an explosive seal on there and just... And maybe what it would be? The activation of the seal is probably when Samahata will absorb the chakra. But because it's an explosion, it doesn't absorb it all. So Kasame actually almost had Samahata blown out of his hands. Like, oh, brat, put a seal on it. And Samahata's like exposed. Like, what the heck? Sasuke's like, you little bro, I'm gonna have to shave those legs of yours off. Make sure you don't run away. And obviously Sasuke's like, Itachi. He's like, no, wait, Sasuke, no. And then obviously Itachi manhandles Sasuke. And then Jiraiya comes in, and then they have to escape. And unfortunately, Sasuke is now also floored. So they have to now find Tsunade ASAP. Now, obviously, my guy comes in too, smacks Jiraiya in the face. Now, with regards to what training would Jiraiya actually put Naruto under? Naruto knows how to use Winjutsu at this point. He's got the Rasengan. He's also got the summoning jutsu down. I think one of the things he does show him is just more seals, first and foremost, trying to show him some of the more unique things. And Naruto even shows him some of the stuff he's figured out, including summoning ink. And Jiraiya's like, how the hell did I never think of that? So he shows Jiraiya that. It's too early for Sage Mode, unfortunately. But that being said, he maybe starts to try to teach him about like trying to put the chakra in the Rasengan. I think that will be his next avenue for teaching him. But yeah, I think that'd probably be what it is. That what their training is getting down to. And keep in mind, Naruto and Jiraiya were gone for a few months. I believe it was at least a month. So Naruto does have a lot of time to figure it out. Now, Jiraiya is still very much figuring out, okay, how do we actually approach this? Naruto keeps trying to put a chakra into Rasengan. It fails. Naruto then approaches it with the style of a clone. Like, okay, thinking two ways at the same time. And that's where he starts to pick up that that's how he can do it. Because at this point, he should have full range. If he hasn't already fully mastered Winjutsu, I think that would be part of the training is like, use the waterfall, all that. But I think he's already got that down. So I think his training with the Rasengan ends with him developing the Wind style Rasengan. Not the Rasen Shuriken, though he feels like he can push it farther with the Rasen Shuriken. And Naruto would then be stressing how to do it one-handed. Naruto, mind you, is not is what's the best way to put it? Doesn't have access to Kurama's full chakra, so he can't just one-hand it. His chakra control isn't that good. Naruto, by the end of the series, does have some of the best chakra control in the series, if not the best. But that being said, he does still have his chakra chains, which are still chakra. They can still bind. So Naruto probably, like I said a while back, does this to make a like a small chain to kind of help keep the chakra contained there. Like he's using two chakra sources at once. It's still difficult, but I think there's still a way to manage that. And so ultimately, I would say, yeah, he might be able to pull off a Wind Rasen Shuriken. I definitely think he can pull off, I know for a fact he can pull off a single Rasengan right now. But with one hand, maybe he can pull it off. Maybe, if he really struggles. Spoilers, by the end of the 3-year time skip, there'd be no doubt in my mind. There'd be no doubt in my mind that he would have that Wind Rasengan one-handed down. But now we get into the, finding Tsunade. And they find her in this bar, in the bar. They sit down, they sit down and start talking. And Tsunade explains what the state of the village. It's like, Jiraiya, what are you doing here? And who's the kid? And it's like, you come on. You're telling me you don't recognize Kushina's boy? He's got his dad's hairstyle. Minato and Kushina's boy. He's got his dad's hairstyle with his mom's color. Spitting image of both of them. It's just Kushina and Minato's kid, huh? Well, he's right. You definitely look like a red-haired stepchild version of your dad. It's like, yeah, thanks. And how's your mother these days? I was like, yeah, she just became Hokage. Hokage, really? Your mother, well, sometimes dreams, I guess, can come true. Good for her, I suppose. Then again, I don't know why she'd want the position. It's like, what? And it's like, look, Tsunade, we're not here to recruit you or anything like that. We're just here to ask for your help. I'm sure you heard about the village. Now, the village. Keep in mind, too, Tsunade probably has not had a visit from Orochimaru for any reason in this version. Now, I heard someone asked a very good question. Couldn't he basically recruit her to try to heal Kimimaru. I mean, it's a fair. It is fair to ask that, I think. However, I keep saying Kasane. Kimimaru was sick for a good long while, and he never once tried to find her. He only tried to find her when his arms were pretty much done, and he couldn't. And he, he couldn't get him healed by Kabuto or anyone like that. I don't think he'd be going out of his way for Kimimaru. At least I don't think so right now. Plus, keep in mind, Orochimaru did change bodies. Here's the thing about the whole Orochimaru changing body things I don't think we address. Was that actually the time when Orochimaru was supposed to swap for a new body, or was his hand forced because his hands were forced, if you will, his arms were forced to not work? I'm not 1,000% sure on that, to be honest. My guess is, though, because his body, my guess is he was still right around the time it was happening. Because he was very adamant of pushing Sasuke towards him. So if his time is coming near and he wanted Kimimaru's body, there's an argument to be made he could still go to her to try to cure Kimimaru. Because she would probably be the only one who could do it, beyond even Kabuto. And I could see this situation now where Orochimaru is absolutely livid. Damn you! Damn you! Kushina, third Hokage, the blasted Uzumaki. I was like, well, we can always still try to attempt to put the mark on Sasuke. You really think it'd be that easy, Kabuto? Even though we can state the village still has both Kushina Uzumaki and a third Hokage, retired as he probably will be after this, there'll be no clear, easy way for me to get Sasuke now. If only I had not lost Kimimaru. Indeed, he would have made it. Which, by the way, again, just need to point out, and we see this later on when he gets the White Zetsu body. And takes a little bit of, was it the White Zetsu body, or when he comes back having a little bit of Kabuto's DNA put into him? Kabuto figured out a way to freaking get Kimimaru's Kekkei Genkai. So, look, Orochimaru, I know you wanted the body, but you still could figure it out. It's like, well, there might be one. Sorry, I'm stuttering. There could be one Lord Orochimaru who could do it. Are you suggesting? You're not suggesting I pay my old teammate a visit. I was like, is there any reason not to? I suppose, but it would be risky. How long do you think Kimimaru could last at this point? Difficult to say. Could be a few weeks. Could be a few hours. Now, how long did Kimimaru last? From where we know he was then to how long until he died? We know it was a week. And it was at least by the end of the week when Orochimaru went to go see Kushina or Tsunade. We also know it was a couple days back to the village, obviously. So I'm guessing he had about a week's worth of time left in him. So I imagine there's someone I'd like you, Tsunade. It's like, so yeah, maybe you could make an argument he still goes after Tsunade to heal Kimimaru's here. And they meet up. It's like Orochimaru. Yes, Kushina, it's so good to see you again. What do you want? So what have you been up to? Oh, nothing, just crushing the Leaf Village. What? Don't worry. Don't worry, that village is a stubborn old goat indeed, just like Sensei. But that's not why I've called you. You see, we're at a bit of me and my associate here are a bit of a problem, or in a bit of a situation. I see I have a brilliant protege of mine who's fallen ill. Even all of Kabuto, even everything me and Kabuto could do could not relieve his illness. No, we need you, Tsunade. And why the hell would I help you? Because I can give you what you need. I can let you see Dan and Owaki again. It's like, what? And so yeah, makes the offer. If you can't have Sasuke right now, Kimimaru's the next safe bet. It's like, you don't have to answer now. We'll be back by the end of the week. And by the way, again, we don't know how long. Was it a Monday he showed up? We don't know. And so, yeah, I see. So Orochimaru's still playing his games. He wants you to help heal someone, though? What's that about? Yeah, He wants me to heal someone in exchange, saying what I don't know what he's offered you, but you know you can't trust him. And it's not. He's like, no, it's like, you think I'm stupid, Jiraiya? You think, besides, what's the difference between me, him, and you? I mean, you say he wants me to heal someone. You can't trust him. Well, I mean, why can't I trust you? Well, that's all you want me for is to heal someone. Because, Tsunade. And besides, you have a big shot Okage Kushina now. Why don't you just ask her? I'm sure with your Uzumaki should be able to do something with your seals and something like that. Could easily wake him up. Which in theory, there are probably medical seals that exist. So yeah, maybe, probably not. But not probably not, but maybe. But they wouldn't be able to heal Kakashi. And to be Okage, it's just a fool's errand. The fact that the third stayed on as long as he did just proves how incompetent, how foolish he really was. He was past his prime a decade ago. And now Kushina's gonna waste the remainder of her life until the next successor comes. Please. And then finally, Naruto just has it. I've had enough of you disrespecting the Hokages and disrespecting my mom. I don't care. I don't care if you're Tsunade of the Sun. I don't care if you're one of the greatest mechs in the world. I don't care if you're a woman. You say one more thing, I will whip your ass. It's like, you want to take this outside, you little brat? It's like, bet. And so Naruto and her go out. Now Tsunade is drunk. She is, but she also knew she could easily take Naruto, and she did. Uh, tell you what, kid, I'm going to give you a handicap. I'm only going to use one arm. How about that? Now, Tsunade's not stupid either. This Naruto would be a lot stronger, and she's aware of that, and she probably knows he has the adamantine chains. She is Kushina's kid. There's no reason, and the red hair. There's no reason to think he shouldn't. Plus, he has seals he can use too. And Naruto is just looking on her. It's like, tell me something real quick before I begin. What makes you so touchy about this subject? I mean, apart from the fact that you're dissing my mom, and it's because, unlike you, I respect and admire the Okages. It's my dream to be like my dad and my mom. Believe it. One day I will be Okage. And so Naruto comes in, makes a couple clones, rushes in. Tsunade's like, shadow clones, interesting. But you're going to have to do better than, and immediately she sees the chains come. It's like, yep, that's what I thought. Grabs the chain, literally just pulls Naruto towards her, pops a clone, boom! It's like, she really does have that strength. Time to do something different then. Naruto, it goes for, tornado fist! And he hands it straight down to to avoid damaging the entirety of the street. She just gets enveloped. It's like a wind style jutsu. That's a technique that's strong. And all of a sudden, she hears the telltale signs of Rasengan as it's coming through Tornado the Fist, turning basically into a Rasen. Well, not Rasen Shuriken, but wind style Rasengan, as I've deduced it would. And comes in, and she just throws the earth up in the air, and he just smashed through, only for her to grab him and just ragdoll him like a Hulk. Boom, boom, boom. And he grabs something and changes. Boink. Oh crap. There's some heavy jutsus you got there, kid. But you're gonna have to do a lot better if you're gonna beat me. Who said I didn't? All of a sudden, she missed the one clone. Got you! And she just, I was like, sorry, kid, but I told you. And he just smacks her down. You're going to have to do better than, what? And just, pop. It's like, paralysis seal. Well, I'll give you credit, kid. You're not bad on your feet, but you're going to have to do a lot. But she makes a hand sign, just, flexes her chakra of her muscles and just kind of muscles through with her own chakra. It's like, what? I told you you're going to have to do a lot better than that. And so Naruto is on the ground. You really are irritating, huh? Jiraiya, did you teach him that technique? Actually, it was Kushina that taught technique. What's the point of teaching it to someone who can never master it? I was like, I'll have you know, the kid's already found a way to put his chakra nature in there. I'd say he's pretty much mastered it already. To which Naruto's like, what? And she's like, what? It's like, no, I haven't mastered it yet. But trust me, I will. One day. Believe it, because I never go back on my word. And so she's like, tell you what, If you can do something, if you can show me what you can do by the end of the week, I'll concede and go and help the village. I'll even stay for a bit and help get your medical system back up to snuff. But if not, I keep everything in Froggy. Hey, my wallet! And so Naruto makes the bet, and I'll even throw my necklace in and for collateral. Into which Jiraiya's like, that was a stupid thing to do. And so Tsunade still drugs Jiraiya. Naruto's training. Ultimately, he does get the Rasen. I would imagine he pushes himself to get the Rasen Shuriken down. This, though, leads into a major change here. When they eventually go to confront Orochimaru, I mean, Tsunade is fighting Kabuto because they need, and Kimimaro is probably there as well. They need Tsunade alive. And Kimimaro is told, don't push yourself too hard. We need you alive. So, stay here if you can. Or stay still if you can. Meanwhile, Orochimaru is perfectly fine to fight. But keep in mind, still Tsunade does not want to get hit by her. Unfortunately, because she drugged Jiraiya, this puts Jiraiya in a really bad way. So when they eventually show up on the field, on the battlefield, this is not a good scenario for Tsunade, Jiraiya, or Naruto to be in. Jiraiya said he was at like 30% of his chakra roughly when Tsunade was giving him some water to like recover, or whatever she was giving him, either water or medicine. I think he was just rehydrating from being knocked out. So you'd still have Kabuto and her duking it out. Orochimaru probably starts to like walk over and say, "Now then, Tsunade, is this really all you can do? You've let yourself fall to the wayside. How unfortunate. But still, don't worry. We're not going to hurt you too badly. We need you to heal poor Kimimaro. Now, if you could just get on with it." And then all of a sudden, just as he's about to get closer, boom, Jiraiya, Naruto, and Shizune show up. And say, Jiraiya, Orochimaru. Well, it's been a long time, Orochimaru. Too long, if you ask me. For you foolish old man. You think, foolish loser. You think you can ultimately, you think you're capable of taking me on in your state. Mind you, he probably figures that out shortly afterwards. Summoning Jutsu summons like Gamakichi instead. It's like, what? Where the hell's your father? And I was like, summoning Jutsu, and he summons Amada instead. You really, Orochimaru, summoning me against a small fry like this? Don't worry, Amada, you'll be well compensated. Besides, would it be nice to devour an old friend, Jiraiya? I'm going more Gambuta. Jiraiya. I suppose it could be fun. Crap. I was like, this isn't good. And Naruto just makes sure to also have the Fox's chakra, channel some of that in there. Summoning Jutsu! That boy. That's right, the Uzumaki boy. You. And, Jiraiya, what am I here? I see. Amanda and Orochimaru and Lady Tsunade. Do you have a hanky, Jiraiya? I think I'm going to cry. I didn't summon you here to make stupid jokes like that. It's time to end this feud, once and for all. You really think you can? Then show me, Jiraiya! So Manda and Gamabunta go at it. Now, Manda might have been able to beat Bunta. It's actually said that Manda might be the strongest of the three summonings. If Tsunade hadn't put the blade through his mouth, it could have got a lot worse. However, just during that fight, they start clashing like kaiju. Orochimaru's going after Jiraiya, and Jiraiya's just not in a good way. Naruto makes some clones, though, to help out. Just, like, as soon as he comes at Jiraiya with the sword, Naruto's just the chain that grabs the sword. You, Uzumaki, you're really beginning to annoy me, Naruto. Rasengan! That jutsu. You really think I'll let you hit me with something like that? To which Jiraiya and Naruto, the clone kind of make the answers. No, but I can still distract you. What? It's like, Uzumaki art. Crimson Ruby Seal! It's like, no, not again. You won't, and he jumps up. You're not going to be able to catch me this time. Who says I need to catch you? And all of a sudden, there's a Naruto above him. And it's not the real Naruto. The real Naruto's still on the ground. Tornado Fist! Rasengan! And basically, the Rasengan more or less channels into, instead of making their wind Rasengan with his hand, he makes the wind Rasengan, he channels Tornado Fist into Rasengan instead. Boom! It hits Mata in the head too, just goes boom! And Orochimaru immediately felt that one. Boop, boop, boop. At least that's going to put him down for a few minutes. Give me a chance to breathe here. Meanwhile, back on the ground, Tsunade's still freaking out because of the blood. Shizune's trying to fight Kabuto. Naruto using his chains, keeping Kabuto at bay. And Kimimaro is like, Lord Orochimaru! That boy. And Kimimaro joins in the fray. No, Kimimaro, you're only going to quicken your death. You're only going to quicken the pace of at which you're dying. Or quicken the progress of your illness, please. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If we do not catch Lord Tsunade, I am dead anyway. Or Lady Tsunade, I am dead anyway. And so he reveals, Naruto sends out his chakra chains again, even does like a slicing, something from my mom, wind style, slicing blade, chains of wind or whatever. Basically, he funnels wind chakra onto his chains for like blade-like effects. But Kimimaro reveals, ching, ching, ching. It's like what? Bone release? What the hell? It's like, very well then. And so it begins again. Chakra chains versus Kimimaro. That would be a really cool fight. Unfortunately, because they're binding chains, eventually they do wrap around Kimimaro and he's bound. Even using his bones, are like he's not able to break these things. And he starts activating his curse mark. Still can't break out of them. Honestly, he can't touch the ground, so he just can't. Naruto's just holding him in the air. Unfortunately, because he's got to hold him in the air, it kind of makes running a little more difficult, just due to the fact that he's now making sure to hold on to him. And which Kabuto finally manages to hit Naruto in one of his arms. Damn it! But a chakra chain comes in, it almost tags Kabuto. You're gonna have to do better than that. You can't tag me with one of those ceiling chains if you aren't able to hit me. And with one arm down, Naruto, you don't have much of a goal. You don't have much left to use against me, do you? To which Naruto finally makes the hand sign. And he's able to at least bring his hand signs up. Brings a clone out. Still one clone left. That's all you're able to manage. I imagine even some of his chakra chains are now losing their consistency, and Kimimaro falls to the ground. He's now in second state, and he's just pissed. I was like, this is over. You are thrown in Lord Orochimaru's side. That you will die just as the rest of them. And let me kill him. No, we can do it together. I want to be sure that not that I don't trust your abilities, but you're weak in the Kimimaro. I just want to be sure that the job gets done. And so they kind of both start to rush in. It's like, you need to move now, Naruto! Don't you worry about me. Like I said, get ready to pay up on that bet, old lady. It makes the Rasengan, then the wind Rasengan. I promise, I swear, I'm not going to die. Not until I become Hokage. And then the Rasen Shuriken actually forms like the wind style. It's like wind style. All of a sudden, the chain. They almost get too close for their own good. They see just the power of that. It's like, we need to get out. All of a sudden, the chains. Naruto puts all his effort into the chains, grabs them both. Rasen Shuriken! Holds them in. Blasts them both back. And also Naruto just gets completely blown. He also gets blown back. Well, he did in the original. Here, he basically almost breaks his legs bracing himself. And obviously his arm is shredded with the poison blades of the Rasen Shuriken. Tsunade would heal him up and notice that and comment on it. And just like, you surely shouldn't use that unless you can throw it. But point being, he lands at point blank on these two. Now, we know for a fact that with Kakuzu, a guy who at least fought the first Hokage, he didn't say it was like a really close match or anything, but he did fight him. And who literally had the ability of iron skin. Admittedly, it was gone at that point. It took out 2 hearts and brought the other one to the brink of death. Kimimaro, I can already tell you, is straight out dead from this. Even with his body, that thing just annihilates his ass. Kabuto is a very difficult one to, because he immediately started healing when Naruto used the original Rasengan, and it's still that near didn't kill him, but that put him on his ass for a bit. This one, we also have the Rasen Shuriken flat out just shreds too. It will literally just tear someone to ribbons, as we saw with the human path. It'll just shred them into just dust. I think there might be a legit argument here, or Kabuto is at minimum dead, or at best dead, and at worst completely unable to do anything. Like he's just. But the fact is, point blank on both those guys and their body. Kimibaro's body was weakening, but theoretically it's stronger than Kabuto's. Kabuto just has regeneration. Here's a good argument. I think they're both dead, and so Naruto's just like, I called that one Rasen Shuriken. Because it looks like Shuriken. Just passes the hell out. Hey, kids, impossible. No, Kabuto, Kimimaru, that boy, a child, he's creating a jutsu like that. It's impossible. And he killed both of them. You're dead, boy, dead. And obviously Orochimaru comes in after getting blasted and getting off and coming back and from it. All right. There are no more Naruto clones, unfortunately, so they aren't able to. And I think Mada is basically kind of taken out of commission. Also, he pops out of it just because between getting hit by that and by Naruto's attack and Gamabunta still being there, he nopes out of there. Meanwhile, Orochimaru comes in. I'll kill that boy, and then Tsunade gets in the way. No, I got to put everything I can into this Bunta. It's like, sorry, Jiraiya, I'm out of energy too. Damn it! And so Tsunade eventually gets over the fear and just starts laying into Orochimaru in the hand-to-hand combat section of the fight. And Orochimaru's like, you! I will not be. I will not allow this. I'll kill every last one of you. If they're both gone, unfortunately, which means I have no longer use for you, Tsunade. So now I'm just going to have to kill you. Kill you. And send Twitch dry selling guys with a Nito Jizo. Not if I kill you first. And then here, getting skewered a bit. Is this really the best you can do, Jiraiya? Please. I was hoping for something more. And just pops out, and sheds his skin, only for Shizune to pop in. Poison fuck. Damn it all. Chances are I'm probably immune, but I can't take the chance. Tsunade again comes in. Boom. And Jiraiya's kind of tagging him. Orochimaru was still fresh. He was the best. He was the freshest in this fight compared to the three of them. But he did take a pretty large hit from Naruto, and now he's kind of being tag teamed a little bit. It's like, this is not good. And Naruto isn't completely passed out or anything. He's just low on chakra. Damn it! Oh, I gotta help him. My hand. I can't move either of them. But I can still help. He's got one chakra chain left. Just fires it. Basically, Orochimaru grabs up and all of a sudden, I can see Naruto like actually just like throwing up the changes. Pulls around Orochimaru down. Got you, Rasengan! Orochimaru's like, you're going to have to do better than that. Well, no. Is that everything you've got? You're not looking so good yourself, old pal. Damn you. And damn you, Naruto. I swear, I will be back. When I do, I will have the secret of immortality. And he disappears. Because at this point, like, they're all in bad ways. And Naruto's like, passes out. And Naruto and obviously Tsunade reverts to her older self or her real self. So Jiraiya, is broken with a broken foot and cracked ribs. I'm useless. They were barely able to hold off Orochimaru, and really it was a numbers game more than anything else. And Naruto is so strong, much stronger here. Naruto is very much at the level of a Jonin, frankly here. But good point that's been brought up. Will Kushina nominate him to Chunin? Let's be honest. Will she do it? Will that be considered bias for playing favorites? Who knows? But for the meantime, after it's all said and done, Tsunade agrees to come back to the village and heal everyone up. And she does. Kakashi and Sasuke get healed up. Tsunade talks to Kushina and just, it's good to see you again, my old pupil. Tsunade Sensei, and they love to give a hug. I'm so glad you're back. Well, it took some convincing. Your son is quite the negotiator. Gets that from his mom. I think he got that more from his dad. Is that saying, or is that a lack of my negotiation skills, Tsunade? Oh, come on, Kushina. They're both having a laugh. So are you just going to, so they're both awake. Are you going to leave? No, I think I'll stick around for a little bit. I think the hospital could use a little bit of reforming, to be honest. It's good to know. But now we get to the after effect, where Shikamaru gets nominated to Chunin. That I don't think would change. But I actually do think Naruto would also be nominated to Chunin. The third Hokage, because I think the third is an advisor to Kushina. Everyone had nothing but praise for both your matches. Shikamaru Nara and Naruto Uzumaki. And I say this not as your mother, but Hokage. You are now promoted to the rank of Chunin. May you wear those flak jackets with the honor and distinguish that comes with that position. And so we leave off now on where does the story go from here. Orochimaru is pissed off. He's now lost Kabuto and Kimimaro. He's still got the Sound 4, but trying to get Sasuke right now makes no freaking sense. If anything, he probably should just take a different body. I would honestly say, even though, the strength of that kid took you for your strength of spirit, without Kabuto there, I mean, yeah, they were studying Suigetsu, probably trying to imitate his powers, but honestly, I probably would. If I'm Orochimaru, I take Suigetsu's body. I don't take that Rando's body. Seriously, the ability to just liquefy your body and avoid most physical injury is not an ability to overlook. So, yeah, I'd probably do that. And really, I think the Sound 4 would actually just remain and probably just get stronger over the years. Like, no, we must prepare. There will be a day that Sasuke will come to me, but it's not this day. No, it's very soon. It'll be some time before now. And until then, that being said, and to be fair, he does have one avenue to keep Kabuto around. He can Edo Tensei Kabuto into existence. And really, he doesn't have to undo the jutsu. He can just keep him around. And so he most likely does. And so Kabuto's still around just as an Edo, which actually makes him far more dangerous. Far more dangerous, quite frankly. Because now he can't die in conventional means. Though he can still be sealed away by someone like Kushina or Jiraiya or Naruto. Either way, though, that's the end of part 10. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Join us next week when we'll slowly get into part 2. Until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.